And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now. Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Tucker. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Operating from the gun. Tucker. And caught by Cameron right side. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Stevens. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stevens, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. They'll start here with Jackson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. Now back to throw. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
There's a short one complete to Harris. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
This 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Now, we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. On the ground is Rivers. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And his kick is indeed good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Slot man moves right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. The tight end Cameron. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he'll take this one down near the 15. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stevens. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit. And, Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead, tying a game up, that just relaxes a whole team, doesn't it? And now when you add the extra point and you go up, you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. That time a 9-play drive. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. 71 yards. And his guys have once again taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 up to 27. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Off play action. Tucker. And Cameron has it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there. 1st down. Up the middle they go. Stevens. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Tucker. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Tucker. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's a short one complete to Harris. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They'll run it here with Rivers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And some strong running. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw here.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. A free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air. He jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Off the play fake. Tucker. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Back to throw. Tucker. Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, Jackson. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They run again with Jackson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Complete to Taylor on the slant.
And touchdown! A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On first down, Stevens.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Tucker. Over the middle, complete. It's Rodgers. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Tucker. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun. Tucker. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Tucker. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Here's Jackson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
2nd and 9.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
This one into the hands of Harris on the crossing route.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now it's Jackson. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. 2nd down, another carry for Jackson.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive, 4 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter.
Throwing to start the drive. Tucker. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Roll, check, bring it, smash.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
2nd down and 4.
Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. That is taken in by Rodgers. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. The action is only moments away. Coming up next.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. With Brock here, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. Man, this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room.
Yeah.
Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the bubble, and your performance in this game really matters.
Enough build up. The ball is teed up, and we are ready to go. And this one's away on EA Sports. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn and take something away from each and every one of these moments.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
First time this game they've looked to him. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Their punter making his way out now. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite and the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They motion the slot man right. To the air, 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. His work begins at the 31. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And that is a touchdown. These guys take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Now this offense getting set to work here. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Throwing now on 1st down. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be a 1st down. Here's a throw. Complete out to the right side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. They are throwing it again. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd and long for him here. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The offense getting set to go. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Now motion him out of the backfield. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
That one's cut along the left sideline. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Daryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Here's a give up the middle. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Called in by Gray. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives them the 1st. Back to throw now. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Finds him over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that will add to their score.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Another drive coming up for this offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback, it's enough.
Kevin O'Connell not happy with the officials at the moment. The challenge flag is
Previous
out.
play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now looking to throw. Searches from the pocket. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on it. New set of downs for him at the 38. To the air now on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. They're throwing it. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this will come from just inside his end zone. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be their football. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he drives it up past the 45. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. It's a 10-0 ball game. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter about to get underway, and this home crowd excited as their guys have possession. From the 47, they've got 2nd and 5. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play, and it'll give them a 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Motion man sent left. Back-to-back carries here. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard. Back to the well again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Motioning him from the slot right. They'll run here on first down. He cuts it to the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And they're going to have a first down.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
Working inside the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Receiver in motion, headed right. Oh, look at this. They give out the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
And he drives this forward to the 6.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Their offense running back out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They go play action on first. Connects on the crosser. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Play action on first down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw and force something. It brings up second down. Dropping back to throw. Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throw left side, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. And maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. They'll run now on 2nd down. And he only gets this one down to the 9. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. There's a handoff up the gut. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You've got to keep punishing your opponent.
Law sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. He's on the move. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Now this offense ready to head back out. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. On 1st down, they'll run. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Setting up a throw. This one falls incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Takes it in at the 26. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The visitors to returning their offense and this running back to the field. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And that is where they'll start the next drive. Back to throw on 1st and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. He'll throw it. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And it sets up 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Finds his man over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down here at the 16. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They're now set for 1st and 10. from the red zone now. He brings it in. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Just something off in the rhythm of the passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
He'll throw it yet again. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys will add to their lead at the end of the half. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one right down the middle. And his guys take a 3-possession lead.
Our home team, 3.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. All right, snap and a quick kneel down, and the final few seconds are going to elapse here in our first half. So we're at halftime of a lopsided contest thus far. One team with a whole lot of adjustments to make during the break. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week, before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Roster spots are going to be won or lost depending on these next 2 quarters. So let's get back to it.
Ball is
as I'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Number 3. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And look at this return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
And he's dropped at the 37 after pushing this forward a bit. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Trying the right side. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Punting unit out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Begins his return at the 16. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the offense ready to head back out onto the field. Here's the lone back on the handoff. and he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. That one's complete right side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing out to the left, Cup. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. The tight end going in motion right. They'll try and punch it in. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Pass play now. And it's caught. Touchdown! These guys start the second half with some needed points. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The offense headed back to the field. That touchdown cut the lead by a chunk, Brock, but it's still a 2-score game as they start this drive out. First throw for the backup now. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut big, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Give now to the running back. A flag's down as as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Looking to the air here. He's got it over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Second down at the 30-yard line.
Looking for a throw here. Catch made over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll try and throw it here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Escapes the pocket. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 34. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's keeping it again. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll give him a 1st down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's stopped after getting this down to about the 44. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short, so that's 3rd, less than a yard. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they bring him down around the 34. 5 yards on that play, and enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling our running backs, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now from the gun. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
This offense ready to get going again now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. To the air now on 1st and 10. Looking slant route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They go play action on first. Finds him on the crossing route. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. He's dropping back to throw. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. Now outruns their offense to take over. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.